Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to talk about airflow around the vehicle and about the pressure variation that is happening when the vehicle moving through a fluid which is air. The figure shows a car that is moving in this direction or accelerating in this direction, and F shows the front and R shows the rear. And you can see various colors here. It shows various pressure region. Orange shows high pressure region, blue shows low pressure region, and yellow shows the intermediate pressure region between the orange and blue. So here is a phenomenon that is causing the various pressures. You can see the medium is full of air, filled with full of air, and when the air passes through here, the air will get impinged in the front of the vehicle, and the velocity of the air will get zero, and it will lead to a high pressure accumulation here because of the velocity reduction or velocity lowering of the air molecule that is getting strike in front of the vehicle, because there is no other ways to move that air molecules. So here will be a high pressure region will be created, and as you can see, the slope is increasing when we reach to the engine hood. So slightly there is way for air molecules to move or to increase the velocity. So that's why here is a low pressure region will be created. So here the velocity will not get that much reduced like the air that is striking in the air region. So when we reach at the beginning of the windshield, there is a huge dimension variation here. So here the velocity of the air molecules will get dropped quickly, so it will also lead to a high pressure region. That is why it is shown as the orange color. And as we move to the top of the windshield, it's a near slope here. So this slope is actually cause slight reduction in pressure. That's why it's a blend between orange and yellow. So the air that is moving above the car doesn't have any resistance, so it have its maximum velocity. So there will be a vacuum will be created here, so it will attract the air molecules that is passing over the vehicle. So that's why a low pressure region is created above the vehicle's roof. You can see that in the point C. It's a sedan car, so the velocity of the air molecules will cause it to pass over here. So there will be absence of air here, which will lead to a vacuum. But the vacuum will attract the air molecules, that is the streamlines that is passing over here. So there will be a swirl will be created. So the air molecules passing through here will be attracted to this vacuum. So there will be a swirl will be created. So but whatever happened, the pressure here will be very low compared to the pressure that is underneath the vehicle, which will lead to a lift here. That's why you might have been noticed that the supercar and hypercar will be equipped with a diffuser here to increase the pressure in the rear, and a spoiler here to increase the downforce also. So the very lower pressure will be in the rear of the vehicle. So the pressure at the front and rear will be so the relative pressure between front and rear will be very high, which will lead to a net force that is acting in the rearward direction, which will increase the overall aerodynamic drag of the vehicle. So we have to reduce the wake effect in the rears, or we have to increase the pressure in the rearward of the vehicle. So that's why the need of a diffuser is coming. A diffuser in the rear will direct the air directly to the top by meeting somewhere in here. So we can avoid the absence of air here by increasing the pressure. So the aerodynamic drag and the relative pressure difference and the net force acting, that is rearward, will be reduced in magnitude by providing a diffuser that is that much effective. This is the graph that's showing the pressure difference. A is the frontal region, which we have the grill of the vehicle, and there will be that very high pressure So the pressure will be get reduced when we reach to the hood of the vehicle, and it will reach a very low pressure region when the beginning of the hood, and it will rise again until we reach the beginning of windshield. There will be very high pressure, the orange region, and it will again will get dropped and reach a very low pressure region in the roof of the vehicle, and it will remain an intermediate pressure region until the point F, which is the tail of the vehicle. You can see the point F. This is the equation to find drag force in a vehicle, which is half CD rho a v square. CD is the coefficient of drag, which is a constant for any body, and rho is the air density, which is 1.225 kilogram per meter cube in the sea level, and A is the projected frontal area, and V is the velocity of the vehicle. And now I am going to talk about how we will find the projected frontal area. You might be wondering that the projected frontal area will be the area of the front of the vehicle. It is not actually true. In theory, we are assuming that the projected frontal area is the product of height of the vehicle into width of the vehicle into a factor which is 0.83. We are assuming that, but in the actual case we are finding the A by letting some parallel beams to strike in front of the vehicle, and we will let the shadow to form in a wall that is situated in the rear of the vehicle, and the actual exact value of the projected frontal area will be equal to the area of the shadow. That's how we will find the exact value of A for designing our vehicle more aerodynamically. The power that is required for the vehicle propulsion is, we know it is the product of force and velocity, which force is the drag force. So we know the drag force is proportional to the square of the vehicle velocity. So the equation for power for propulsion is half CD rho a v cube. So the power for propulsion will be proportional to the cube of the vehicle velocity. Hope you learned about the airflow around the vehicle. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because more videos about aerodynamics are coming soon. Thank you.